Mostly known as one of the best point guards in NBA history, Isiah Thomas is one of only a few who have been successful as a player, head coach, and NBA executive. Thomas spent his entire NBA career playing for the Detroit Pistons.
1 second left. Isiah from downtown.
Winning 2 NBA championships in 1989 and 1990.
Sally rolling to the hoop, nothing doing. Thomas scoops it, and
he was undoubtedly the best point guard alongside Magic Johnson in the 1980s and the leader of the Detroit Pistons Bad Boys, who were probably the toughest team in league history. Thomas made 12 NBA AllStar appearances.
Did he send a little message there on that dunk?
Was named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history.
11, Isiah Thomas.
As well as the 75 greatest players.
Champion and 12-time All-Star, Isiah Thomas.
And was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
By his son Joshua.
At the time of his retirement, he was 3rd all-time in steals and 5th in assists. Thomas grew up on Chicago's West Side as one of 9 kids in the family. He started playing basketball at a very young age and was a high school star player in Chi-Town. Thomas went on to play college basketball for Bobby Knight in Indiana. Even though he had problems adapting to the discipline Knight demanded, Thomas had a very successful college career, winning 2 championships with the Hoosiers and being named 1981's Most Outstanding Player.
5.7 assists per game in his freshman year as the second.
In the 1981 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons picked Thomas with the 2nd overall pick.
I think the media kind of got excited because of the Magic Johnson thing just had happened.
And signed him to a 4-year, $1.6 million contract. He had an excellent start to his pro career as he started for the Eastern Conference in the 1982 NBA All-Star Game and made the All-Rookie team. The Pistons were growing every year, and after a while, they became a title contender in the 1987 NBA playoffs.
The tempo is just slowly building. Yes, it is.
Thomas and the Pistons went to the Eastern Conference Finals and faced the Celtics. It was the furthest the team had advanced since moving from Fort Wayne in 1957. Detroit tied the Celtics at 2 games apiece, but its hope of winning Game 5 at Boston Garden was dashed by Larry Bird with just seconds remaining. Thomas attempted to quickly inbound the ball. Bird stole the pass and hit Dennis Johnson for the game-winning layup for one of the most iconic moments in NBA history. In 1988, the Pistons finally defeated the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
4-on-2 for Detroit.
And advanced to their first finals in 32 years, where they faced the Los Angeles Lakers, led by Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Before the series, Thomas and Johnson exchanged a courtside kiss on the cheek.
Tipsy dude, put it in the hoop, shoot the jumper, play defense. He's my baby.
Prior to tip-off, as a sign of their deep friendship. After taking a 3-2 series lead back to Los Angeles, Detroit appeared poised to win their first NBA title in Game 6.
They're the champs, and he don't have to talk to me about it to find out what it's like now. Now he knows himself.
Grandpa is past.
One of Isiah's most inspiring and self-defining moments came in Game 6. Although he had severely sprained his ankle late in the game, Thomas continued to play. While hobbling and in obvious pain, Thomas scored 25 points in the 3rd quarter, an NBA Finals record, but the Lakers won the game 103-102 on a pair of last-minute free throws by Abdul-Jabbar. Following a controversial foul called on Bill Laimbeer, with Thomas unable to compete at full strength, the Lakers were able to take advantage and clinched their 2nd consecutive title in Game 7, 108-105.
Never again. A piece of history right here. It's a great team to do it for the first time in 19 years. Just congratulations to the Lakers.
In the 1988-89 season, Thomas, along with teammates Joe DeMars, Ricky Mahorn, and Dennis Rodman, guided his team to a 63-19 record. Detroit played a brash and dominating brand of basketball through the playoffs that led to their nickname Bad Boys. First, they defeated Boston, which had been suffering persistent injuries. After being down 2-1 against Michael Jordan and the up-and-coming Chicago Bulls in the conference finals, the Pistons utilized the Jordan rules to limit Jordan's impact, which allowed them to defeat the Bulls in 6 games and advance to the finals yet again, setting up an NBA Finals rematch with the Lakers. This time, the Pistons dominated, sweeping the Lakers in 4 games to win their first of back-to-back championships. In the 1989-90 season, Thomas and the Pistons had another dominant run. They finished the regular season as the #1 seed for the 2nd straight year, after sweeping the Pacers and defeating the Knicks in 5 games.
Oh, indeed he has. Isiah hitting about 3 out of 4 in the year at the strike.
Thomas and the Pistons faced a tough 7-game series against the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. Fortunately, the Pistons prevailed and advanced to their 3rd straight finals. The Pistons repeated as champions by defeating Clyde Drexler's Portland Trail Blazers. Thomas was voted NBA Finals Most Valuable Player of the 1990 NBA Finals after averaging 27.6 points, 7.0 assists, and 5.2 rebounds per game.
Cut out for us. Everybody doubted us all season long, and it was a tough road. Anytime you go back-to-back.
The 1990-91 season proved to be a struggle as the team went through some injuries, with Thomas only playing 49 games in the regular season because of a wrist injury. The Pistons would win 50 games. Despite advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, they were no match for a more developed and determined Bulls, who swept the 2-time defending champions. In the last 7.9 seconds of Game 4, Thomas and most of his teammates walked off the court without shaking any of the Bulls' hands. From that point on, the Pistons were falling apart. Thomas was having problems with numerous injuries and was not able to play a full season. In 1994, he tore his Achilles tendon, which forced him to retire a month later.
I had to walk away from basketball. I left it all right on the court, and that's where it's supposed to.
After his playing career, Thomas was an executive with the Toronto Raptors, a television commentator, an executive with the Continental Basketball Association, head coach of the Indiana Pacers, and an executive and head coach for the New York Knicks. He was later the men's basketball coach for the Florida International University Golden Panthers for 3 seasons, from 2009 to 2012. In early May 2015, amid controversy, Thomas was named president and part owner of the Knicks' WNBA sister team, the New York Liberty, subsequent to the rehiring of Thomas's former Pistons teammate Bill Laimbeer as the team's coach. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.